to join the police force. Why is that? That's the easiest job out there to get right now. No, you're coming out to high school with 6 subjects, 7 subjects. You're going to apply to the NDC, the RDC, Regional Democratic Council, and you won't get a job. There won't be any vacancy now. You don't know anything about law enforcement. But you just know that if you join the police force, you get employed. No, you fall under the wrong category of leadership. Automatically, corruption starts. Because you can't do any better. You just follow simple rules, simple instructions. No, you fall in the wrong gang.
That's right, that's right.
You understand?
But our program is not only for government to provide.
Okay.
We want more entrepreneurs. We want, like this fella bringing out so much a pumpkin and all of that. The government must just do the facility for him to have the contacts, let's say, with the hotels and the supermarkets in Trinidad. And if you got to get a set co-op, as Borden used to call it, that they're going to make the arrangement for that kind of a facility to happen, so that when you don't bank on governments can't provide everything.
Yeah, we know
the
that.
richness of a country depends on what ordinary entrepreneurs produce, right down from the gold, right, the bauxite, whatever. But somehow we seem not to get it, because this was a country largely where the governments wanted to provide for the people, and it has left a culture that government must find job for we. It should not be like that. In America, the economy of America, about 80% is privately owned. IBM is privately owned. Bill Gates from Microsoft Word, and this everybody. What the Americans do is just facilitate it. They make the roads, they do the electricity, they make the schools and the bigger universities, and they produce, and they say, businessman, you come up with an idea, get down and make that idea happen. We're going to help to the extent. In Guyana, however, if a black guy come up with an idea, and I have seen that, I'm very frank, this administration going to make him get about 3 or 4 hurdles before.
I
know about that.
You know something, what happened with the government? Right? They don't look at these small areas.
That is
true. For example, you might look at me the way I dress.
Yeah.
This might bring up a negative impact to you right away. But you don't know the thinking that
right.
a man might have within.
Absolutely.
Now, you know how many ideas young people in this particular community have?
Exactly the
that would not only benefit them,
right.
but society in the whole.
Absolutely.
Now, let's say, for instance, a lot of people, a lot of crime and crime rate gonna rise in this country,
I know.
You understand?
But
This is why I asked you the question
we could
earlier.
put a stop to it. There is nothing like a change of government that creates a honeymoon period for a country. That is why in modern democracies, all Western democracies, they change their government so often. Owen Arthur was doing fantastic for Barbados. Kenny Anthony was doing fantastic for... But the minute the electorate realized that there was a little arrogance stepping in, get him out. In Guyana, one government took 28 years Ross inside, and this one a fight for 29. It can't work like that.
No, but
you know what causes that to happen? It is not only the parties, it's the bloody people that go into the ballot box and watch that cup and palm tree. And then they come out back and they feel good, I'm going to win. And then they don't win and some go vex. We have to now come away from that. Absolutely. It's going to be a 3-horse race this time. AFC, largely. And the WPA, I don't know what they're going to do, but the WPA seems they won't join up with the PNC. But the PNC will remain what it is. Raphael made mention of this because he said they got to apologize. They don't want to apologize. Now, no government that did what the PNC did ought not to apologize. Similarly, this PPP also, the next presidential candidate, whosoever he is Donald Ramotar or Robert Prasad, they should apologize for what the Barajagdev government did, the corruption levels. And people ought not to vote for them, even when they apologize. But I'm telling you, they will never apologize. So what do we do then as a young nation? Our young people must say, well, daddy said we must vote like that, and mommy said that we must vote like that, and nani said, and nana said, and grandpa. No, we have to watch it and judge it and look at this canvas. What is this painting telling us? This painting is telling us that this is a farce. This is not the genuine whatever painting. This is false. What do we see as an alternative? Is that alternative with Ramjatan and them false? Look at these guys. Ramjatan, Frotman, Sheila Holder, Stephen Fraser, Nigel Hughes, Kathy Hughes, Dr. Rishi Thakur. You want to tell me that we can't form a cabinet that is superior to the Nakta, the goat biting man, what was his name?
The gunman.
The goat bite by. And the one Lalu firing gun and drunk. Come on. And then you would have with the history of the PNC, people can still want to do that kind of arrangement. Plus, we are coming up with novel ideas to take care of this ethnic dilemma. We rotate in mid-term. So if we know that they get a black man, Kuli man divide in this country, we want to weld that divide by a rotation principle. Has the PNC done that? Has the PNC ever gotten an East Indian to run it as presidential candidate? Never. Has the PPP done that? Have a black man? They did not want Raja Lanchan. You understand me? So they cultivate a racial attitude. Within 2 terms, through the 2 elections, the AFC has done switch it around. And we are going to switch it middle term too. You understand?
Oh, because I mean, this thing is not just stop.
I know, but that is exactly. Tell me, buddy.
Just stop.
Tell me, buddy.
I mean, every party would come and do exactly what you're doing here.
No.
And then when you go into the thing now is a whole.
No, well, it's true.
But
everybody
at the same time, everybody deserve a chance. Eh?
Okay.
If you feeling me now, everybody deserve a chance.
And that is what is happening. Like in Ireland today, the new party that was there, hardly they say there's a third party. It won the elections. Hosni Mubarak, we always felt was a nice guy because he's a friend of America, this, that, whatever. He's thrown out because a lot of nonsense is happening. But you know what?
That come about because of self.
Yes, but no, it's because of citizens taking on the correct approach. You understand what I'm saying? And that is why we want the citizen to take back transport over their parties in the government. We haven't had that. Guyanese have been subjects, not citizens. We want them to come back and participate and do whatever they got to do at the levels, local levels and so on. And that is how it's going to happen. And yes, you could say, rightfully, that Mr. Ramjatan only come here for gaff. But let me tell you something. The PPP came here and they gaff. The PNC came here and gaff, and you see what they did. It's about time now that you give somebody else an opportunity. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And if we did not know, if only Fredrickson lied playing the match, and they would wanted it forever and ever and ever, we would have never known some youngsters could come and make their own name. We would have never known that Kieran Powell could back like that. You gotta give them a chance.
All right, let me hear what you have in store for the youth.
Well, you know the young people thing, the whole document there. Look, I can get a job. Youth is job creation, but for create jobs for youth, you gotta get entrepreneurs who gonna build the factories or create the services.
Yeah.
Good. Those entrepreneurs have been telling us we gotta reduce taxes. We have indicated that we're gonna reduce the taxes. And we got them from 35% tax. Every dollar a businessman earns in Guyana, he got to pay 35 cents in tax. That is the highest in the Caribbean. We got to drop that. We're dropping it to 25. A lot of them are very appreciative of that. The VAT will also, because you want more disposable income, you reduce VAT from 16 to 12. What we also are going to do is to, in certain projects, pioneer projects, like if somebody wants to come make computer, assemble computer in Guyana, that's a pioneer thing. Tax-free for the first 10 years. Okay? But more than that, when the people now come in, because taxes have been reduced and all of that tax credits being given, you require also a workforce that can work to assemble computer. You got 6 subjects, but you know nothing how to assemble computer. We need then educational establishments. As the businessmen are coming in with their projects, we start training young men like you as to how we're going to assemble computer. It will have to be a crash course, 6 months, whatever. And it's called TechVoc schools, technical vocational schools. And that is
the problem. The government not taking interest in the youth.
Absolutely.
No, when you don't take interest in a young man like me, I mean, the next best thing I could think about is the gun.
It's crime.
And the ganja.
And narco.
And the cocaine. You understand? Because I looking for a vehicle. I looking for a house. You understand? I looking to start a family. Now, me personally, I don't need a child right now. Not that a child is not blessing, but why must I go and bring a young one into the world to punish them?
That's right. That's right. And that is also.
I sit down and I show me mother. I say, mommy, When you see I start making children, know your son got millions because me bringing my child in this world for punish.
That's
I
very
come and
responsible.
punish.
That is very, very responsible.
understand?
That's very
So,
commendable.
I looking to build a future, not for me, but for the me young ones that gonna come. You understand? And I say it, I tell my friends it, and I maintain it. So we looking for betterment, and I mean, so far, I mean, no electoral party never come and reason with me the way we reason. So there is a good thing.
No, and that's what I want to reason. I try to reason like that on television, sorry, with Ramaya.
Just one point. Talking about infrastructure, like bringing in factories and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You like Guyana is largely agriculture.
Yeah.
Now, for example, we produce sugar. The problem with Guyana, why this economy is so low, we don't produce value-added products.
That's right.
If, for example, we produce in sugar, like Cuba or the European countries will buy our sugar, brown sugar, and take it, refine it, you get white sugar, you get more value. Now, there's a thing we need in Guyana for the economy to rise. For example, you're going to tell people plant pumpkin and tell this. The government is just a whole propaganda right now because they're telling people plant, but you ain't getting your produce out. We forget about factories. If they're serious about you wanting people to plant, the land is there and everything. Put down factories right in the area. You're going to create employment for people, plus the farmers going to be working with themselves.
But let me just make this point.
These are the things we need. Not just
there are agro-processing factories that must be done. As a matter of fact, my cousin in St. Lucia, he left Guyana. You know Baron Foods? You just do green sauce, and you probably know.
Yeah.
That's my first cousin. St. Lucia, View 4. And he came here, put up a project. They say, well, he's AFC. As a matter of fact, they say it's in his pepper sauce bottle with the scary cocaine in it.
Yeah.
Nasty thing, very nasty. The trouble is, when you start putting up these factories or semi-processing plants, because some of the guys not going to come to do the complete thing here. They're going to do semi-processing. They put it in canisters. And they pulp, let me say, the pumpkins or whatever it is, peppers and whatever. And then they send it to a factory, like if you guys send it to St. Lucia or something. The trouble is, you got to also work out markets. You got to work out markets for the thing. And that is what this government is not doing.
Exactly, they only tell you about the new GMC.
Exactly.
Look at the new GMC building in New Amsterdam. Look at the condition.
Yeah.
Right opposite the post office, opposite the fire station, next to a security service.
And we are saying that all of our foreign staff, what you call them, the foreign officers, ambassadors, and this and that. Forget the politics. When you get your ass to Brussels and to India and to America and England, utilize that presence there to sell Guyanese product. You know what it is that you need. If it is a pineapple chunks or something. But they don't do it. They go on and they do the politics.
That's still working over.
India, yeah, he's Indian High Commissioner.
Since the man go India, me never hear the man do nothing. What the man is do?
I don't know, but probably...
Even when Jack Joe got it, you don't even see the man there with Jack Joe. Well, he's still working.
Yeah, he's still there.
The man still is the ambassador there. Yeah. Man still is the
But it's here we got shot like this. I'm telling you. I really want us to get, because as young people go to university, you talk to them.
White plan I'm going to university in September as well.
Well, that would be great. That would be great. 6 subjects, why not? You make sure that you do it. And you got to struggle it through, you know.
Yeah, it's
sometimes
a struggle.
I should get a couple of the Barack Obama book, Authenticity of Hope.
Yeah, well, I need books right now.
And the other one,
Audacity.
The Audacity of Hope, and the other one he come out with. How he struggled to make it. And Nelson Mandela's The Long March to Freedom. These are books, and you tell these jagabats in town, buy 1,000 copies and sell it wrong. We want to inspire young people.
That is not happening.
That is not
listen, the problem with young people. Now, young people, the mind is so fragile. we attach to the easiest thing within the surrounding. Now, the most bombarding effect is music.
Yeah.
You understand? Nowadays, nobody want to hear Tell Her I Love Her and them way back in the days music. You understand? Nowadays,
Get right away.
a teenager looking for a song now, fast action.
Worthless.
You understand? Pick up the guns, go and kill it, make the paper fast and them kind of thing. No, what you can tell a youth man now?
No, but Terry, let me tell you something. That is also
understand?
a strategy of governance.
Yes.
When they do that,